Hi friends, today we are going to see packet tracer activity configuring initial switch settings. Here we can see the objectives of this packet tracer activity. In part 1, we will verify the default switch configuration. In part 2, configure a basic switch configuration. Then in part 3, configure a MOTD banner, that is nothing but the message of the day banner. Then in part 4, save configuration files to NVRAM. In part 5, configure S2. It will be really interesting packet tracer activity. So we will go to part 1, verify the default switch configuration. Coming to step 1, enter privileged exec mode. You can access all switch commands from privileged exec mode. However, because many of the privileged commands configure operating parameters, privileged access should be password protected to prevent unauthorized use. The privileged exec command set includes those commands contained in user exec mode as well as the configure command through which access to the remaining command modes are gained. So coming to A, click S1 and then the CLI tab, press enter. Coming to our packet tracer, here we can see our switch S1. So we will click on this S1 and we will go to this CLI tab. Then we will press enter. Here we can see now we are in user exec mode. Coming to B, enter privileged exec mode by entering the enable command. Okay, we will do that. Notice that the prompt changed in the configuration to reflect privileged exec mode. We will do that. Coming to S1, here we are going to give enable en, then we can press tab so that it will complete the command. Then we will press enter. And here we can see now the prompt shows a switch hash. Now we are in privileged exec mode. Right, coming to step 2, examine the current switch configuration. Enter the show running config command. We will give this show command or running config so that we can examine the current switch configuration. Coming to CLI, here we are going to give show running config. So we will press tab so that it will complete this command. And we will press enter. And here we can see the details. So we have more details, so we can press space. Right. Coming to B, answer the following questions. Why not? Sure. So we have almost 5 questions here. Coming to first one, how many fast Ethernet interfaces does the switch have? We will find it using this show running config command. Here we can see the output for that. Here we can see fast Ethernet 0/1, 0/2, 0/3 till fast Ethernet 0/24. So total we have 24 fast Ethernet interface in this switch. Coming to the second question, how many gigabit Ethernet interfaces does the switch have? Okay, here we can see interface gigabit Ethernet 0/1 and gigabit Ethernet 0/2. So here in the switch we have 2 gigabit Ethernet interfaces. Coming to the third question, what is the range of values shown for the VTY lines? Okay, we will search for that. Here we can see line VTY 0 till 4. Also we can see line VTY from 5 till 15. So we have from 0 till 15. Total 16 lines. Coming to the fourth question, which command will display the current contents of non-volatile random access memory, that is NVRAM? We have to give the command show startup config so that we can see the contents of a non-volatile random access memory. We can give that command here using show startup config. Then we'll press enter. Here we can see it shows startup config is not present. Coming to the fifth question, why does the switch respond with startup config is not present? When a switch starts, all the default current configurations are loaded to the RAM. Suppose if you do any configurations or any changes that will reflect in the current configuration, I mean in the RAM. So if you want to save those configurations permanently, we can copy it from a running config to startup config. Till that time, we can see this startup config will show startup config is not present. I think almost we are clear with this. Now we will move to part 2, create a basic switch configuration. Coming to step 1, assign a name to a switch. To configure parameters on a switch, you may be required to move between various configuration modes. Okay, we can move. Notice how the prompt changes as you navigate through the switch. Here we can see configure terminal, then we will be in a global configuration mode. Then here they set host name as S1. Then they will exit, and here we can see the default switch name is changed to whatever we set, that is S1. We will do that in S1. Here we can see the default switch name is a switch. So we will go to global configuration mode by giving this command conf, then we will press tab, then we can give a terminal, press enter, and here we can see now we are in a global configuration mode. Here we are going to set the host name. So we have host name, we will set as S1, and here we can see the change. Now it shows S1. Now we will come to step 2, secure access to the console line. To secure access to the console line, access config line mode and set the console password to let me in. So this is a password what we are going to set for this console line. Here we can see the commands of what we have to give on this switch to secure access to the console line. Coming to the configuration, currently we are in a global configuration mode. Here we can see that. So now we will go to line console. Here we can see we can give li tab, then we will get line, then we will give co, and here we can see it's console, then we will give 0, and here we can see the prompt, and here we can see we are in config line mode. Now we will set the password for this console. Password, it's let me in as specified in this packet tracer activity, and now we will give a login, then we will exit, one more exit. Here they ask a question, why is the login command required? Obviously we have to give this a login command after giving this password because next time when we log in to this console, it should prompt for the password. Then we have to give this command login. If you are not giving this command login, it won't prompt for the password. Right, securing access to the console line was quite easy. Now we will come to step 3, verify that console access is secured. Exit privileged mode to verify that the console port password is in effect. So we will exit, and again we will go to this user exit mode, and before that it will prompt for the password. Right, so we will verify that. Coming to S1, here we are going to exit. Okay, press return to get started. Now again we will press enter, and here we can see user access verification. It's prompted for the password. We given the password as let me in, and then we will press enter, and here we can see now we are in user exit mode. They given a note here, if the switch did not prompt you for a password, then you did not configure the login parameter in step 2. Anyway, here it's prompted for the password. Great. Now we will come to step 4, secure privileged mode access. Set the enable password to C1 $C0. This password protects access to privileged mode. They given a note, the 0 in this is a 0. Okay, this is a 0, not a capital O. This password will not grade as correct until after you encrypt it in step 8. Okay, right. Here they talk about the grading of this packet tracer activity. Here we can see the completion status. It's 25 out of 72. We have to configure the secure privileged mode access as specified this packet tracer activity. Here we can see the commands what we have to set to secure privileged mode access. Okay, we will implement it. Coming to the configuration, here we will give enable configure terminal. Here we will give enable password, and here we will give the password as specified in our packet tracer activity. Here we can see that. Then now we will press enter. Okay, now we will come to step 5. Verify that privileged mode access is secure. So enter the exit command again to log out of the switch. Press enter and you will now be asked for a password. User access verification, we have to give the password. Then the first password is the console password you configured for line console 0. Enter this password to return to user exit mode. That is the password let me in. Then enter the command to access privileged mode using enable command. Then enter the second password you configured to protect privileged exit mode. So we already configured. Here we can see that password. Right. Then verify your configurations by examining the contents of the running configuration file by giving this command. Notice how the console and enable passwords are both in plain text. We will verify that. This could pose a security risk if someone is looking over your shoulder. We will do that. We will exit from here. Press return to get started. Okay, and here it's provided for the password. It's a console password we given as a let me in. Okay. Here we can see now we are in user exit mode. Now we will go to privileged exit mode by giving this command enable. And here we can see now it's prompted for the password again for the privileged exit mode. So here we given C1 then $C0, then press enter. Yes, here we can see now we are in privileged exit mode. Now we will give show running config command here and we will verify all the passwords we set. Show running config, then press enter, and here we can see enable password, and here we can see the password, it's in plain text. Press space, and here we can see line console 0, password is let me in. So this console password is also in plain text. So this plain text password is not safe, I mean not secure. So we will go to step 6. Configure an encrypted password to secure access to privileged mode. The enable password should be replaced with the newer encrypted secret password using the enable secret command. Set the enable secret password to it's a secret, and here we can see the commands how we have to give. We have to go to global configuration mode. There we have to give enable secret, then our password as specified in the packet tracer we have to give it's a secret. Okay, coming to S1, here we will give configure terminal. Here we are going to enable secret password, it's a secret. Okay. Again, they given a note here. The enable secret password overrides the enable password. Yes, we have to keep in mind. If both are configured on the switch, you must enter the enable secret password to enter privileged exit mode. That means here we enabled both passwords. So next time we have to enter this secret password, that is, it's a secret. Shall we verify it? Yes. Coming to yes one, we will exit. Here we have to give a console password. Let me in. Now we are in user exit mode. Here we are going to give enable. To go to privileged exit mode, it's prompted for the password. Suppose here we are going to give the first password, that is a Cisco C1 $C0. No, it's not accepted. It's again prompted for the password. Okay, we will give the second password we given, that is a secret password. It's a secret. Yes, here we can see now we are in privileged exit mode. Now we will come to step 7. Verify that the enable secret password is added to the configuration file. Enter the show running config command again to verify the new enable secret password is configured. You can abbreviate show running config as show run. That's all. Okay, we will try that. Coming to our CLI on S1, here we are going to give show RUN. Then we are going to press enter. And here we can see enable secret, and here we can see the password. It's encrypted. It's not in plain text. It's secure. Coming to B, what is displayed for the enable secret password? Oh, here we have seen that something encrypted format. We can see this. I am not going to read it. Okay. Coming to C, why is the enable secret password displayed differently from what we configured? Yes, here they told that this password is a secret password, that is encrypted password. So that's why we are getting like this. Here we can see enable password shows as a plain text. It's not encrypted. Now we will come to the last step in part 2. Encrypt the enable and console passwords. Okay, we can enable these two plain text passwords also. So as you noticed in step 7, the enable secret password was encrypted, but the enable and console passwords were still in plain text. Yes, we have seen that. We will now encrypt these plain text passwords using the service password encryption command. Here we can see that command. We will implement it. Coming to the configuration, configure terminal. Here we are going to give service password encryption. Then we are going to press enter. We will verify it. Show running config. And here we can see now this enable password is also encrypted. Okay. Coming to line console, here we can see this password also encrypted. Really interesting. If you configure any more passwords on the switch, will they be displayed in the configuration file as plain text or in encrypted form? Explain. I think nothing to explain here because whatever password, I mean all the plain text password we configured will be encrypted. Also, the password what we are going to configure in future also will be encrypted once you give this command service password encryption. Okay, now it's time to move to part 3. That is configure a MOTD banner. That is nothing but the message of the day banner. Step 1, configure a message of the day MOTD banner. The Cisco iOS command set includes a feature that allows you to configure a message that anyone logging onto the switch sees. These messages are called message of the day or MOTD banners. Enclose the banner text in quotation or use a delimiter different from any character appearing in the MOTD string. Okay, we will configure and we will see this MOTD banner. Here we can see the configuration they given here itself. We have to go to global configuration mode, then banner MOTD, then we have to give our message here. They given here this is a secure system authorized to access only. We will configure this MOTD now. Coming to our switch S1, we will go to global configuration mode, configure terminal, and here we are going to set banner MOTD, and we will copy the message from this packet tracer activity. Here is that, and we will paste it here. Here we can see the message. This is a secure system authorized to access only. So here we can see the delimiter. We will press enter. Now we will see when this message is shown. So here we will exit. We will exit again and we will see. Here it shows only press return to get started. So it's not prompted. I will give the password here. Then we will go to privileged exit mode, enable password. It's a secret. Now we will reload the switch. System configuration has been modified. Save. Yes, we want to save it. Confirm. So it's restarting now. Press return to get started, and here we can see the message. This is a secure system authorized to access only. So this is the MOTD what we set. Here we have two questions. First one, when will this banner be displayed? Obviously, whenever we enters into a switch using a console port, this banner will be displayed. Here we have seen that. Coming to the next question. Why should every switch have a MOTD banner? This is only a warning for the unauthorized users. So it's better to have a MOTD banner on every switches. Now we will come to part 4, save configuration files to NVRAM. Step 1, verify that the configuration is accurate using the show run command. We can do that. Coming to S1, show running config, and here we can see the details. Host name, enable secret, enable password, everything encrypted, all the interfaces, and here we can see the banner MOTD what we set. Also here we can see the line password, console password. Coming to step 2, save the configuration file. You have completed the basic configuration of the switch. Now back up the running configuration file to NVRAM to ensure that the changes made are not lost if the system is rebooted or loses power. Yes, that can be done. Copy running config space startup config. Copy running config startup config. Destination file name startup-config, default file name. Okay. Next is, what is the shortest abbreviated version of the copy running config startup config command? We will verify that. COP space R space yes. So running config startup config, we can see that with the yes we have 2. So better we can give ST. So COP space R space ST, then we will press enter. Destination file name, okay, press enter again. So here we can see the abbreviated form. It's here. Now coming to step 3, examine the startup configuration file. Which command will display the contents of NVRAM? So we have to give show startup config. Here we can see that show startup config. and here we can see the details. Same like running config. Next is, are all the changes that were entered recorded in the file? Yes, everything recorded here. We can see hostname, enable secret, enable password. It's just copied from running config to startup config as it is. Right. Now we will come to part 5, configure S2. Here we can see our switch S2. You have completed the configuration on S1. Now we will configure S2. If you cannot remember the commands, refer to parts 1 to 4 for assistance. Yes, we will do it on S2 also. So here we can see configure S2 with the following parameters: name device S2, protect access to the console using the let me in password, then configure an enable password of Cisco C1$C0 and an enable secret password of it's a secret. Configure a message to those logging into the switch with the following message: authorized access only, unauthorized access is prohibited, and violators will be prosecuted to the full extent of the law. Then encrypt all plain text passwords. Then ensure that the configuration is correct. Save the configuration file to avoid loss if the switch is powered down. Okay, we will do all these configurations on the switch S2. Coming to our switch S2, CLI. We will do it one by one. Enable configure terminal. Here we will set the host name as S2. Now we will go to line console 0 and we will set the password as specified, let me in. Then we will give login. Exit, and now we will enable password as a C1, then a $C0. Okay. Also we will enable secret password, it's a secret. Then we will encrypt all plain text passwords using service password encryption. Now we will set banner MOTD. We will copy this message. And here we will give banner MOTD. Then we will give a delimiter. Then the message, here is the message. Then we will end with the same delimiter. Then press enter. Now we will copy from, we can exit, or we can do it here itself by giving this command do copy running config startup config. So destination file name startup config. Okay. Right, so we configured the switch S2 with all the parameters specified in this packet tracer activity. Right, that's all. Here we can see the completion status, 72 out of 72. Dear friends, if you have any doubt, any suggestions, please comment below. Friends, if you like my video, press the like button, otherwise dislike it. Also, consider subscribing for future videos, and we will meet again with the next video. Thank you.